Hello all, this is Zimnala coming back at you with another adventure in the game of the Planet Crafter Toxicity DLC. We're going to be picking up where I left off, and we're going to start getting into more flower farming and tree farms, and yeah, that's where we were heading towards. For some reason, the music was being really quiet, so I was having a handle on whether there was even sound going on until I picked these up. But I'm sure it has its own reasons for being quiet, right? A moment of solace for all, I suppose. Let us slap some more storage down here. We got it in our pocket, we might as well do it. We are going to be making up more fertilizer anyway, so there are a few things we could do. We're probably going to go get another load of algae. It might also be worth noting that it's become a very important time of day for everyone. It has become sandwich o'clock, so you may hear me munching. But I assure you it is merely a facade. You have completely imagined all of it. So. I don't really connect with people too much on Discord, so I am glad that you are very excited. You are more than welcome to talk to me here, and also on my YouTube channel. I have plenty going on there. I'm easily reachable there. But I'm on Discord so infrequently that it's not really worth pushing in that direction for. Yeah, I can see it in the storm. Yeah, if we hang out in an area, supposedly larvae will start popping out because we just set down those butterfly things. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that as time goes on. They can spawn pretty much anywhere. There's no requirement for like biome or anything. Oh well, at least we didn't break our legs. That is the one downside of making a big path up. So yeah, we're gonna make a bunch of fertilizer. So sulfur in our pocket. And eggplants. This could also be a time to actually make more farms for eggplants and stuff, because so far we were just like gathering the little bit that grew over time, but we're going to be getting to the point where we need to actually consider working directly towards it. Although this part doesn't actually last super long from what I remember either, so We might be able to just sneak by with just treasure chest if we wanted to. Let's put more algae in our pockets. We need another sulfur. Cool. Once we go through our eggplant supply, we will then just use whatever fertilizer we have, and then if we need even more, we will then expand our eggplant farm. There's no reason to currently expand unless we actually currently need it. Okay. So now to look at what we actually want. So to start seeing trees, we put down tree spreaders. And any flowers we put down will start growing somewhere in the world. So the idea is that you want one for each type of flower. I'm gonna look to see what level the ones on here on the ground are, see if they're the highest level. They are, okay. So we already have 4 of them. So in order to preserve our sanity, let's do the trees first. Alright, trees aren't actually this tall up. We designed this so they could be on top of each other. Let's get our bark. I mean, the bigger reason why I made so many of these was for oxygen rather than for any other reason, although the tree bark does grow in a kind of dismally small quantity, so you do need to have a few of them, but not for any, like, practical reason. Like, you don't need that much bark in the game, usually. So we are gonna have to make quite a few bio nuggets, though. But we can start with what we currently have, which is 2. Was it 2 apiece? No, it's 1 apiece, but we'll use the other ones too eventually. I'm gonna break up another super alloy. Bam. So we kind of want to put these in an out-of-the-way area because they actually take up quite a lot of room. Can block things out. So let's consider where we want these where they won't be in the way. So I'm thinking up here by this lake might actually be a good spot for that. Oh, actually it might be worth noting we probably want to bring the seeds we're going to put into it, shouldn't we? So let's take an analysis. Let's figure out what we want in here. Oh, well, I just fell. That's great. So yeah. So some of these are tree seeds and some of them are not. I think these are all actually flower seeds. So in order to get tree seeds, that might be a bit of a problem. Let's put it down and see what we can do, because another thing we could potentially build is a trade space rocket if we can get enough of our blueprints to get to the deconstructor, which, so that might be the next play, is we actually just might have to go get the deconstructor thing going. I guess even if we don't have the tree seeds, they might grow a basic tree. That might be cool. Yes, these need to be near water is what it is. They need to be... So you put them by the water's edge. So it does have to be a lake of sorts. So the other one might actually make more sense now that I think about it. Because this one doesn't have very much shoreline. Okay, I understand the plan. And since we're actively harvesting this side, let's work on it from the other side. Oh boy, we finally reached the edge of our power. Okay. Here's about time. So on that note, I guess our next strategy is actually to work on power. Hilarious. That's just comedic timing. Slap some water in our pocket. Oh, oxygen, that's cute. Oh. Well, we don't need those in our pocket currently, although we might actually end up needing them. So we're going to start making some T2 nuclear reactors. So we have plenty of materials to do this. So what's interesting about this is that we can actually do another thing as well, which is we have in our pockets over here machine fuses. We have optimizers that we can build as well. Unfortunately, we need more explosive powder. We turned all of that into that, huh? Oh, no, we didn't actually. That's fine. But we are gonna need more sulfur. Cool. Get that in our pocket, make a couple more explosive. Okay. We are gonna need some other tidbits though. A couple of iron. Another rod. Okay. Now we just need to figure out where we want the power to be, and I think that's a pretty easy answer. We can put it by the other power. Power begets power, right? We don't want to make it so far that it'll be annoying to get to, so while the other power station is up on that hill over there, actually it's right here, so. What we can do instead is we can make our own little platform, so I didn't consider that, but we are going to want more iron for that. Did I leave iron over here? Kind of. This is iron. This is iron. And you're iron. Yeah. Okay. So now let's pick the place we want this to be. As good of a place as any to start. How big are these? Pretty decently sized, I would say. So we need 2 iron to actually make the optimizer. Oh, you're not iron at all. You tricked me. I'm just kidding, I tricked myself. But we could still get more iron because we are absolutely going to expand, because that's not going to cut it for what we're going to be building anyway, so. But hey, that that big old thing we fixed there actually carried us a very long way into the game, didn't it? Kudos on them for making power not an issue for most of our exploration. They did us a solid. I guess like some people might not have chosen to do it the way I did it, so they might have had a slightly more active role in their energy construction, but you know, I thought it looked cool to save it. I mean, it at least felt cool to do. And I'm just getting iron to make a platform bigger there, because we're gonna keep expanding that. We're gonna need to make space for it. Because the way that the machine optimizer works is it actually is a radius. So the idea is you're gonna want to put all of the machines right next to it. And that's gonna power. So. So that'll do for now. See, it'll tell you which machines fit inside of it. So that right there was another 500 for each of them. So, like for reference, the butterflies are taking 140 apiece, and we put 2 down. Each of these is 31, so this should power as many trees as we want to place down. But our current problem is that we don't actually have any more lerma seeds. So we might actually have to loot these chests and hope that we find some lerma seeds somewhere. Because we kind of used them up in some other stuff. Mostly rockets, which could end up being a problem. Which is a little unfortunate. Actually, maybe this is what we need next, DNA, because maybe we can make the seeds. So let's make a DNA manipulator, or we might actually need that. Well, I mean, I know we'll need it, but I mean, that might be what we need to make the trees. What's it gonna take? It's gonna take 1 super alloy. Take an osmium. Okay. Zeolites upstairs. We'll get that. We're gonna have to make more nugget. I think nugget is these. That is gonna take more algae as well. And water. Water, just so much water. Let's put water in our pocket and start making our nugget juice. Silicone, actually. Rats. Come back for that. Put silicone in our pocket. Alright. We need water for one step of this anyway. Bam, nuggets in our pocket. Okay, let's pick that up. Put more in here. Okay, 1 nugget will do for now. We're also gonna need explosive powder, which was sulfur and iridium. So it was 2 parts sulfur to each part of these, so... And we just need a zeolite. Okay, so now we're going to need to start getting into DNA manipulation, and for that, we need to pick a place to do that. I guess it'll be this back corner. I'll end up moving these eventually anyway, probably upstairs. But we will start the process by putting it right here. Actually, I'll put it into this corner. So we can turn these into trees. That's what we needed. So we need a Sharga, and a Pastora, and a Lerma, which we don't have a Lerma right now, so we'll do the other ones. I forgot if we needed anything else for it to do this, so... Tree bark. It probably regrew. Let's take a look. Do I have a mutagen in my pocket somehow? I do have one. I am a mutagen in. Do I have to put it in it specifically in the right one? Oh, I had to click research. That's my bad. Okay. Well, it's on its way towards it. Okay. How quickly is this happening? Well, it'll take a little bit. Do I need to do anything for more mutagen immediately, or do I have more? I have more. Okay. I'll put those 3 in there for now. So we are going to need more power. So I'm gonna go make another round of that. Is that just 1 for each? Yep, sure is. I like to kind of match them up so they kind of intersect their pipes together. Yeah, now see all of them are still within it. What do we want to slap in our pockets on the way back? Huh. Well, you can pick up anything that has metal, I guess. Because it will have iron in it. And titanium, both of which we use some of. Let's drop off what we brought. That's not where I meant to put you. Cool. Let's make sure we got food in our pocket. Water in our pocket too. Okay, let's see how it's going. Okay. So we can slap the next one in. Okay, well that's neat. We're also missing a few information screens, so I guess we could look at them. We don't have an orbital one, and we don't have a biomass one. This is just normal. I don't care as much about normal. If we find something cool to pick up, we will, but I'll let it figure its life out first. Gonna need that actually needs or one of these. That's interesting. So we need an aluminum. We need 2 silicone and an iron. Okay. Oh, you're one of these? Okay. We'll find somewhere neato to put you. Okay, so we can look at this. This will tell you exactly how many you've launched of each type of rocket. And what effect that they're having. So we haven't done a seeds rocket, so that is something worth noting. What does that cost? I see why. I didn't want to deal with the mutagens. We're gonna drop off this tree into a pocket. Oh, it's actually over here now. That's right. We're gonna drop this tree off. And then we are going to collect algae, bring it back, and we're gonna make more stuff for the stuff farms. So yeah, without any seeds in here, these don't actually do anything. Well, they get plants, but they don't grow like the actual trees around the place. So when we come back next time, it'll be more obvious what it's doing. This is also going to use an absolute ton of water, so. At least the overall mutagen stuff was. We probably have enough for now, but. I thought about doing something with that treasure chest, but I don't want to do it when I have a whole full inventory. So this uses just a whole bunch of water with it. So yeah, we need to find larvae to make the incubator worth even making, so we'll start worrying about that once we get there. But we are up to 311 tons of this. Oh yeah, it doesn't start giving insects till we actually have oh boy. Oh well. Maybe we're not at the right level to do it even. Maybe we have to be farther into this. Okay, so then we'll just worry about trees and plants for now. So we're getting closer to getting to teleporter. Drones are so far into this, but we are getting there, slowly. Fusion power cell is what we need to actually make those power things come back online. What were we trying to build? Oh, seed. We were trying to make this. Oh, that's right. You're trying to make the seed rocket so that can actually progress. That's right. So yeah, we're gonna need rockets, so we're gonna make a couple rockets. Yeah, we're gonna have to smash up one of these. We should probably consider making a round of uranium rockets, actually. Now that I think about it. So I guess I might do that. as well as what we were doing. So we are gonna need more super alloy. No getting around that. And here we thought we had plenty, right? I did not think that, by the way. It comes and goes so quickly. So I'm gonna slap 4 of those rockets up. I think they all use cobalt. So we need 12 cobalt. Cobalt's down on this end, yep. Is that all we need? Am I missing something? Oh, I am. Maybe. I need twice as much super alloy as I thought I did. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Put extra over here, but it's not going to be enough extra, so we're going to smash another one of these up. We're gonna launch those out. We're just gonna let them do their thing for a little bit while we build and stuff. Bon voyage! Have fun out there! We will need the uranium for both that power and also just for making more rockets, so. Bon voyage! Get out of here! Show us the universe! At some point I usually go up to about 10 of each anyway, so this is just getting us towards it. Let's look at what we actually need for this. That's actually pretty easy. We just need to get enough to make 2 more rockets, and then we can just launch those off. Oh, look. Bam, bam. Those are set. Let us then treat 4. What do we need for mutagen level 2? Methane and sulfur. Okay, that's actually not too bad. We got plenty of methane for now. No, get back in there, you silly mushroom. We could also go on a little bit of a journey and take this out to its tree place. Do we need tree bark actually. Now that I think about it, we needed tree bark for this as well. don't remember if it needed anything else. Nor do I want to actually launch it until after these things happen, because I want to look at the rocket. But we do need 2 more super alloys anyway, so I'm going to put the pieces in my pocket anyway. Don't you dare think that it's done. There's gonna be so many more of them coming down. I launched 4 rockets. They ain't done yet, I don't believe it. Nope, I knew it. So we have that sorted. Let's harvest our crops. So the other reason why I'm not trying to go anywhere currently is because the farther you go away from the asteroids all land around where you are when the event starts. So if we go anywhere, they'll be just spread out, and we don't really want that. At least I don't really want that. Someone might want that. That person is not me. We are up to 70%. We did accelerate things with our trees. We did also double this layer here, but it definitely needs to go pretty far to get the last few. But we'll worry about that when we come down to it, because that just means building a lot more of those atmosphere purifier things. It'll be easy peasy. Are we done? Is the sky clear? It sure isn't. Here they come. What else are we going to need? To make more flower things too. And those take 2 alloys, 2 waters, and 2 of these. So I could put down 3 more. So it also takes some alloy. So no, it takes alloy. It takes 2 fertilizers apiece too. 6. It's gonna take water too. We can get water right here. And we will. Drink, 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 drink. This might be the end of it. That'd be very convenient if true. That'd be good timing. So yeah, we're gonna put down one of these. Let's see what this thing looks like. Yeah, it just has a tree inside of it. We like it. Goodbye, tree. Enjoy space. You love it out there, I assume. This would be a little event, but it won't actually do anything. That will crash down. It's gonna refill my oxygen, and then we are gonna plant a couple of these flowers around. just gonna kind of put them all over the place so they can. I guess with 3 was what we had, right? Okay. We'll go and put actual seeds into it shortly. I'm not in a big hurry to go around and pick this stuff up because there's still going to be chunks of these freaking rocks everywhere. But if it happens to be on the path I'm taking, I'll at least pick up easy peasy stuff along the way. But I'm not going to assume I've made a final pass or anything, you know. We wanted to put down the other tree here. Oh, we're actually not at tree level yet, but this is the trees thinking about life. Is this what they look like? This is what they look like. Oh, that is the tree. Trees start out small, they get bigger. Okay, so let us actually slap this down. We're gonna fill it up with a bunch of algae and whatnot. And whatever else we have on us that we want to bring back. Then we can go poke around for uranium. We're gonna have to definitely fill up along the way and do more than one trip, but this will put us in a much better spot for both terraforming and just for having uranium for a while. Bam. What's going on in here? Anything good? Nope. Do we think it was annoying and put them on top of this? I sure bet it's annoying. Why wouldn't it be? Well, so far so good. Also, I see some we missed. I do see some on top of that one. So let's at least climb up there and sort that one out. Look at you being all the way up there like an absolute monster. Okay. That's so inconvenient. This isn't much better. What can we do about it? Can we just climb up here, hopefully? Come on, float me up. Float my goat. Any more takers? Where are they at? that's part of it. Okay, let's get our truck back. Let us slap that in here. So we're just going to be going in and out a few times, slapping these into rocks and coming back. How's water doing? Getting our pocket water. Okay, so that's one filled with this. That's one filled with that. Okay. More algae for the algae pile. Every bit we bring back now is a bit we won't have to bring back later, so it will not go to waste. Okay, now let's go get some of the seeds we want to put in. I know we have a golden seed out there. I know we have one of the 400 or something other seeds too. I think we have one of these. So let's get a pink seed. Let's get one of these blue ones, and let's get one of these ones in there. And I'll pop one of the red ones in, and I'll switch out one of the golden seeds. Start red, green, blue. What do you got in ya? One of these golden seeds? Okay. What do you got in ya? More golden, you're gonna be pink. Yep, so I believe that you can do this recipe as soon as you want to, but I think one of the recipes is a mutagen and one of... Well, let's get it started. Mutagen... Where's level 2? It's a golden seed and the mutagen and stuff. I think you can make a special tree. One that's not on the normal listing. Let's find out. Blam, blam, tree bark. It's a researching. So we'll slap the tree bark in here. We'll put the extra water in. Doesn't matter which side, but this side's not doing anything. I think it might be time to build a second water thing. I know there's a fancier one you can do that involves having a water source, but we absolutely aren't gonna ferry it, so that's not gonna matter. So it just means making more of these ones. Yeah, now we just got a second one. That's all. Nothing fancier than that. Just more water for the water pile, you know? If we don't use it, we don't use it, but they're not really very expensive. How's our progress going? It is going faster. You can see it going, so it is happening. But yes, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna take another little break. I'll be with you in a little. Take care, all. Bye bye.